Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On first down, Trubisky. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams will say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that. But we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's his second drop right here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say, only in the first quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. That's taken on the 25. $12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run. Out of the gun, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right near the 27. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. got the first down and more past the 40. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Our eyes and attention are on the fullback. Big-time carry, big yardage. But how about the guys up front, the offensive line? A lot of people think they may have to block it differently for the fullback to get big yardage. They really don't. Because he's big, strong, and powerful, a lot of times he makes his own way. They may not have to block as hard.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Now a play fake here on first down. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 23. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now it's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the red zone now, Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Watson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Here's Watson, option left. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. And Suckup will put this one right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And Detroit getting set to go now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it.
Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
On first down, it's Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on second is Watson. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gonzalez. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that different result. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this one is right down Broadway. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
This fielded at the 2. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Back to throw, Watson. Goes underneath for Bell. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now a first down throw, Watson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Raider, Willie Brown. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Off the screen pass. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's Watson now on second down. Throw left side complete to Sharp. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. From the gun on third, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Bell hit. He lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. Past the 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold it, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken in at the 1. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Watson now going to run the option right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
On second down, here's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by a former Cowboy, Deion Sanders. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now they try the right side here. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
He can run for it, and he will. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's the fullback. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Odell Beckham Jr., the 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Odell Beckham, 101 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Ford Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. It's a big play there for the Lions. 66 yards. tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And the wideout in motion. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. And now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so. But this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down right there at the 43.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by a former Cowboy, Deion Sanders.
And that one... it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff as they run left side. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Defense showing blitz. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for the great one, Jerry Rice. And it's 3rd down. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.